All right, the retard maxing is so powerful that it like really changed my life. It really make me relax, made me a nicer person. Okay, uh, last year I was like really depressed guy. I was really depressed about my college, my job future and stuff. Then I met with Retard Maxing through a channel called Alicia. Alicia, I forget the last name, but you know when I listen to that guy about Retard Maxing, and when I think about Retard Maxing, it's like so powerful. It's so powerful that you just sit, you just enjoy life, and you just I'm grateful because my family is alive, they are healthy and stuff. And sometimes in life it's just that's it. That's all you need. And and you need some money, you know. Right now I don't make much money, but yeah, retard max about it. I just enjoy, and when it comes to think about money, I'm gonna think about money, you know. And the thing about it is that even if you like feel anxious about it, let's talk about feeling anxious about money, okay, or being let's say being a doomer. I'm 21, and like many people in my age are becoming a doomer. If you don't know what doomer is, that you basically stay in your family's house and don't do anything about it. You just consume products and stuff. You just consume reels, shorts, videos, and the bad things. The bad things. I'm not gonna tell that. And the thing is about being a doomer is that you think a lot. I was doomer last year. I stayed in my family's house. I'm still living in my family's house. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. But I was a doomer. My title was doomer. Right now, I'm a retard maxer. Okay, so there's a difference. So I have a job right now. I was didn't have a job. I fixed my college problem last year. I was didn't fix my college problem because I was thinking a lot. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens and this happens and that happens? Right now, I don't care. I don't care what happens. And you know what? Everything I feel anxious about happened to me. Like I was afraid of like choosing a wrong college, and I chose the right college. I love my college. I love my major. uh, I broke up with my girlfriend, and I was think that she was my life. She was, you know everything in my life. She was the center of my life. And there was a lot of red flags, but I just ignore, think about it. I said like, you know I can't, I couldn't find someone new and stuff. And I just retard mucks about it, and I just broke up with my girlfriend. And right now I still retard maxing, and I'm good with girls. I'm not gonna lie. I talk with girls, and I retard max about it. I don't think thinking is for elites. We are not elites, not yet, not yet. And the thing is, like when you talk with the girls with the retard maxing mindset, that's actually a winner mindset. You actually win. Like when you talk with the girls like a normal people mindset, like you ask her like, hey, how are you, whatever. It's just boring. It's just like so boring. But when you become a dump by choice, it's called retard maxing. It's just more fun for both of you. Okay. And you ask her a stupid questions, and she answer with stupid answers, and you laugh. And that's everything you need actually to start a relationship. And with the retard maxing mindset, everything becomes so easy. And let's say a rocket science. Right now, I think that I can learn rocket science and build rockets and go to the moon by myself. I really believe that. Okay? And believing is since my childhood, my father is a like really big retard maxer. I realized that. And uh my father was said, believing is like 50% of doing something. Okay? The other 50% could be like going to rocket science major or something like that. But it's not important. I really think that I can go to the moon myself. What's stopping me? Laws. There's no laws in space, at least right now. So you can implement this idea. Okay, I was too I was too worried about being an alpha male. Some red pill stuff. I don't say a red pill is wrong, but red pill is not your life. Okay, sometimes you need to be dumb by a choice. You need to choose of being dumb. It's like so powerful, dude. It just get me out of the storm I'm in. I was depressed. I was doomer. I was thinking bad things. To be honest, I was thinking bad things about myself. Right now, I'm in peace. I'm in peace with myself. I go to gym. I fix my school. I fix my job, and the peace is the thing we can't let it go. Okay, so but of course, when I say like retard max, I don't say like become a doomer. There's a difference becoming a doomer and becoming retard maxer. So when you become a retard maxer, you actually got a job. You don't think much. You actually fix your problems. You don't think much. But when you become a doomer and stay in your family's house and scroll 24/7, you don't actually fix something. I fix my problems by becoming a retard maxer. And thank you to Alicia for actually, I met with retard maxer, retard maxing idea with his channel, and it's like so much power. I have so much power inside myself by becoming a retard maxer, I think. So yeah, my only advice that if you like think about your problems a lot, maybe you should retard max about it. Then it's gonna get solved. Okay. And yesterday, I scratched the car. Okay, and our garage door is like really narrow. It's like you need to care, and I didn't care, and I scratched the car. And this morning I was like really scared to scratch the car again. I just get in the car and I retard max about it. Okay, I said like, you know what? I'm gonna think this later. I'm not gonna think this, or I'm gonna think this later. It doesn't matter. But and I didn't scratch the car today, so that's a win. And you need that small wins in your life to build a momentum. Like momentum is everything. So thank you for listening. If you enjoy, just drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe and stuff. And thank you and goodbye.